This is Beyond the Front Door podcast with Lindy and Rhea. We're opening the door to real stories from our community. Business owners, leaders, dreamers, and doers, sharing the journeys that shaped them. Our goal is simple: to support, spotlight, and celebrate the people around us. Come on in.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to Beyond the Front Door podcast with Lindy and Rhea. We are so glad to have you tuning in today. We are excited to have a listener-sponsored guest or listener-suggested guest on our podcast today, which is Pat Graham with eXp Realty. Is it Pat or Patrick? What do you prefer to go by?
Just call me. I don't care what you call me. I mean, my legal name's Patrick, so advertising's Patrick, but most people just call me Pat.
Yep. That's right.
Yep.
So we like to start off our podcast just by asking you to tell us a little bit about yourself, like how long you've lived in Cheyenne, what your career trajectory has been up to this point, where you came from, if you did, and if you'd like to share about your family and, of course, your career.
Sure. I've been in Cheyenne since 1974. We moved here when I was 8 years old. In real estate, so I have an office right downtown, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Is downtown, just because I'm so passionate about it. Yeah, so much to the fact that I'm actually going to sell my home. I'm 12 miles from town, and I'm going to be back downtown because there's so many exciting things going on down there right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We were just talking to Alf about the mini golf tournament the putt-putt golf.
Putt-putt
golf.
There's so many cool things that are happening down in the downtown area.
And a lot of creative things to bring about.
I've done that putt-putt for the last, they've done it 2 years.
You've done it. We got to hear about that.
The first year I did one that looked like a pinball machine. It lit up and had bumpers. And last year I did a foosball putt-putt course. So it's got the guys going.
Sure.
And I never got that one sold. The first one sold to the Air Force Base. They used it for the rec center.
I knew it. I told him, I was like, do people make like elaborate holes? Because I could see people really getting into it. And he said yes, but and then you like sell them.
Yeah, cool. But this one, I mean, I went over the top. I used oak. I mean, it's all mechanical. The guys are running copper. It's cool looking, but it's taking up space in my office right now. So we'll use it again this year for this putt-putt.
Oh,
so.
good idea.
Do they wish you awards for?
They do.
Do they? Okay, for the best hole?
Best hole, yeah. I did not win. All that time and effort, and I did not win.
Darn it.
I don't see how not. Well, we're not doing a hole now because I'm not building anything.
I know. I was telling Lindy, I'm like,
we could have a hole.
We could have a hole down there somewhere and figure it out. Maybe not bring everybody all the way this way, but down by the Westby Park or whatever.
If I have time, so I did pinball, then I did foosball. So the next one I was going to do, what's the skeet ball?
Oh, sure. That'd
so
be
to get
fun.
a hole in one, you got to get it in the middle spot.
Oh, that would be good. Yeah.
So how long have you been a realtor?
28 years.
28 years.
Before that, I worked for the state of Wyoming. I was a payroll officer for YDOT. And you start seeing what everybody else is making, and you're locked in your pay. You're at the top of the
food chain.
This just doesn't feel right. And I ran into a mortgage broker in 1998. And I said, what does it take to be a mortgage broker? So I went and talked to him. And that whole commission game, you know how it goes. I'm like, do I really want to give up a government job? And they said, don't quit. Just do one deal and just see if you like it. And I did one. I loved it. So I was a mortgage broker from 98 to 2005.
Oh.
And I got my real estate license in 99. So I did both up until 2005. Interesting. 1 year into the business, I bought a house right down here on Warren Avenue, a foreclosure. So I'm self-employed. A year into it, I'm the lender, I'm the buyer, I'm the real estate agent, I'm the contractor because I bought it on a construction loan.
Wow.
So I gutted the place. I'd take pictures and send it to the bank, and they would give me the draws, and then I refinanced it into permanent financing.
You probably have to be very
know all aspects of it though to help somebody. You're like, oh yeah, I've been on all sides of this.
Literally.
Literally. But you cannot do that these days. There's just no way. But it was
probably enough structure in place.
Just a different time. If you fog up to mirror, you could have got a loan. So it's a little bit tougher now.
Yeah. Back during that time. I feel like we've had a lot of people here from YDOT.
Really?
Yeah, we have had a lot of people in here that have worked at YDOT at one time or another.
They actually do employ.
Yes.
I think there's 800 employees out there.
Wow. Yeah. I bet they've been our number one employer, if I were to guess, of people that have come in here. Yeah. Interesting. So your office with eXp Realty is on Lincoln Way.
Lincoln Way, 124 West Lincoln Way, right across from the Depot Plaza. I've got the best view out my window, especially when Friday on the Plaza is going on.
I'll bet so.
And just the historic buildings, the Depot, the Wrangler. It's just a neat location right there. There's a lot going on at that spot.
I think I would like that spot.
Yeah.
It to just even on because I'm forever the extroverted introvert. I would want to open up the door and just pull a chair up outside and listen to the music and not go any further. Yeah.
Well, it's loud enough. You don't even have to open up the door. It's
Oh,
plenty
okay.
loud. But and parade days are awesome because during Frontier
Yeah.
Days, the parade goes right by your office.
And the Christmas parade goes by it too. I
The
would
Christmas
assume.
parade does not. It goes down
doesn't.
Capitol and then
Oh,
turns.
I was thinking, okay.
But I do open up the office at that time for a warming station. So we have coffee and cocoa and cookies, and we let kids go in there and write letters to Santa. I've got a big mailbox in there.
that's
And
cool.
it's just
That
kind
is
of fun.
fun. That is the benefit of
Yeah.
having a downtown office
It is.
location.
Yeah.
And I see you post pictures sometimes that you're kind of posting the things that are going on downtown. Like I think you were mentioning something recently about the atop the Wrangler, the cowboy that was up
The horse,
there.
yep.
Yeah. What's going on with that?
So, growing up in Cheyenne, I always remember going downtown and seeing that horse gallop. You do know he gallops.
No, I was just saying, I
No.
didn't know you moved.
Mm-mm.
He hasn't moved in years. So in 2024, I was talking with the city councilman and he's talking about how we can, just improve Cheyenne and do different things. And it's really not up to the city to do that. It's up to the business owners and the people downtown to really kind of build it. The city does tons with just all the improvements they're doing with the West Edge or the Reed Avenue corridor project, the depot fixing it up Fridays on the plaza.
Mm-hmm.
But then the extra step is the business owners just to kind of be neighborly and help each other out. So in 2024, I went to the Wrangler and I said, can we crawl up there and give it a fix? So my brother and I got a lift. A local company donated the lift and we went up there and kind of got it worked. It's 60 years old. It's over 60 years old. So we put a Band-Aid on it. It worked through Frontier Days and then it immediately died again. So it's been broken since 2024 again. And I reached out to the Boot Barn who owns the Wrangler in California and I said, this is what we'd like to do. He said, you have free reign. So we pulled it down. It's sitting in my shop now. I've cut all new panels out for it. I just ordered all the new parts. So we got a new motor, new gears, new everything. We're going to put all that together this weekend. And then once the horse is put together, I've wrangled Jordan Dean to go ahead and repaint the horse. So I said, keep it traditional, but just give me that JD flair, because he's got some nice stuff to it. So I'm really excited how this thing's going to look. My brother pulled me back in a little bit because I wanted to put neon light him up in neon. And he goes, the leg's moving. There's just going to be problems. A year from now, we're going to be back up there. So I'm like, okay, yeah, we'll get rid of the neon portion of it, but it's going to be cool. So
But you can still light it up, right? Like
yeah, we'll put lights on it.
Yeah.
But Boot Barn Wrangler said we just want it up before Frontier Days, and I'm leaving next week I'm taking a bike trip on the Continental Divide for 10 days. So that right in the middle of this, but we'll get her done. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really
That's
nice
awesome that
you
you
do
took
that.
the initiative. Yeah.
And it definitely is,
Iconic.
yes.
it is.
And it's historical because every picture you see of Cheyenne downtown way back, it's like that.
This is how I know it's
Horse.
iconic.
Yeah.
I post stuff on Facebook. I'm lucky if I get 1,000 views. If I get 1,000 views on any of my posts, it's like, wow, people are paying attention. You post that damn horse, and I've had 41,500 views on it.
Wow.
So people are like, they want to see that guy up and kicking again.
Yeah, they
So,
do.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. Well, and so the other thing I see you posting a little bit about is parking
Yes.
on Lincoln
yes.
Way. And I do want to touch on it because I didn't realize it was a problem until you started taking pictures. And I'm glad you're doing that because, I mean, for sure, when you're driving down Lincoln Way, there's just that little section. What are the cross streets?
Capital Lincoln Way.
And Lincoln Way. That's right. So I was thinking between Capital and is it Central or is it when you're coming down? I'm still getting familiar with the streets, so forgive me. When you're coming down Central and up Capital, is that how it works? They're one ways,
When you're
right?
on Lincoln Way and you're going west.
Mhm. It's just one little small
It's
section,
one
is
little
it?
section heading west on Lincoln Way right before Capital.
Before
And
Capital, there it
there's
is.
truly just 2 or 3 spots right there that are the problem children.
They're just
And what
real
it
tight
is,
parking.
So Lincoln Way is a state highway. They allow the city of Cheyenne to have parking there. And so there are certain ordinances where when you have businesses, you have to have so many parking spaces. So that's was the rub with the city when I went to them and said, no, we're going to leave it. And there are some business owners that really want to keep that spot because it benefits their business. I'm like, but your clients are losing $1,000 mirrors every time they get smacked off.
Gosh,
Yeah.
mirrors have gotten expensive because they're like
Yeah.
movable.
Yeah.
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 So then I reached out to YDOT and I researched a little bit about the minimum width of a lane on a state highway, which it's 10 feet. And I talked to the traffic engineer. They called me back and told them my problems. I said, just curious, what's the minimum width for a lane? She goes, don't quote me on this, but I think it's 10 feet. I just said, yep.
Sounds about right.
It's 8 feet. And after that, I've had people out there measuring. There's a couple different things that can be done. You can make it motorcycle parking only. They're talking about doing compact, but I've seen small cars hit as well. The lanes on the other side are very wide, so they could just move the stripes over like they did a block down by Cary Avenue. There's stuff that can be done. It's just do it.
Well, and I was noticing even when I was driving down there, I think it was yesterday or the day before, there was, of course, a semi truck driving.
Yeah.
And so I was worried about just hitting people on either side of me in front of that little section because the semi truck was there. Now I noticed the people around me, everybody was being very cautious because clearly it's fairly narrow through that section. And there was a semi truck going through there. And I was thinking there shouldn't be any semi trucks. I kind of feel like going through there because it's just so tight, but people were waiting for each other. So we weren't doubling up on the lane right there because it was so tight, kind of trying to get through it, but not everybody knows. Right. And especially when you get tourists in there and different people, but it looks like there's been maybe a few dozen that have lost
the best thing is
rear view
mirrors.
Do you think you went out and told people sometimes and they were like, oh,
so
or you think they always just go, I'll just risk it?
Well, he did. I was picking up some keys from him one day and he's like, don't stay there. I think he comes running out to give me the keys. I'm like, okay, I'm out.
Okay,
so,
I was going to risk people losing their mirrors because I have a sign that I put out too. But after I talked to YDOT, they said they were going to put a camera up to monitor it for a month in December. I said, well, I'm not going to put the sign up and I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to skew the
results.
Yeah. So I see people pull up and park there and I'm like, I can't say anything.
Oh my God.
It's killing me.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I had a family from Iowa. It wasn't a family. They were in a van and there was 6 seniors in there and they're going across country. They stopped for lunch and to go to the Wrangler. Took the side view mirror off of their van. And I knew where they were, but I couldn't run over there. So I got online and I called every junkyard in town. It was an older van, trying to find them a backup mirror, and I couldn't find one. But they're just like, how are we supposed to go across country without a side view mirror? I'm like, I know, it's kind of tough, but
yeah.
But the good news is we've got a block away, a parking garage, which the city just repainted.
Yep.
They got the security cameras in there up and running, the emergency station. So if something's going on, you hit that button. It's much brighter. It's nice. If you're from out of town, you get to park there free for the whole first day. So
yeah. Well, I think what we forget here in Wyoming is that we do have this luxury of just pulling right up to wherever we want to be and getting out and going right in and coming right back out and leaving. And if you notice, that luxury isn't really there in big cities.
Yeah.
You know, if you go into Denver or any major city, it's not that way. You have to find a parking garage. You have and walk to get where you're going. But here it's very nice. If you're going to the grocery store, even you're feet away from wherever you want to be, but it's not that way everywhere. So we're kind of spoiled here.
Well, in Cheyenne, I've always called a Big Mayberry, but that's about to change downtown too, because with the new apartments, 77 apartments going down on the west end, and now the Hines and the Hole, they're supposed to be breaking ground in September. That's another 67 apartments going in there. We have 150 new homesteads in downtown.
It's about to get hopping.
It is. I mean, which leads to, what do we really need down there is a grocery store.
Yes.
Sure.
I've gone as far as to get.
Wasn't there one year didn't they talk about that in that hole? There was gonna be a grocery store, I thought, at one point.
I don't know about the whole, if that was one, but there's always been talks. It's just finding somebody or a company, someone to take the initiative to do it.
Yeah.
I did talk with the building owner. I've had an architect draw out the designs. They're willing to lease it. The building owners were willing to build it out. I'm a real estate agent. I'm not a grocery store clerk. Even though I've come up with the name, I've come up with all the concept. It would have a full
Isn't
kitchen.
that interesting how we do that as real
I know,
estate
it
agents?
drives
And
me
you're
nuts.
like, oh, I could do this, but then you're like, but I'm not going to open a
Right.
grocery store.
Yeah.
Like that. As much as I could do it,
Yeah.
it's not.
Do
what
you
I
want
do.
to? Yeah.
And I have
Yeah.
talked with someone that's he works for Trader Joe's in Fort Collins. He just moved from Michigan. He will be staying here for a while, and we're having conversations. Maybe he will make that initiative. But there's other talks about a larger grocery store kind of on the outskirts of downtown going, is there room for two? But I'm here to tell you, one of the appeals of living in a downtown area is that you don't have to get in your car. So if you're living
Right.
in those West Edge apartments or in the Hines apartments or anywhere downtown, just to get down, walk over to the grocery store. Or if it's a cool enough grocery store, then they had a bicycle delivery guy. I don't know, to deliver that.
Are you volunteering?
I mean, I'm a bike nerd, so. Oh yeah, I already had the name Urban Crate. I mean, I had it all dialed
that
in,
is
but
fun.
I don't know.
It's fun to dream.
Well, you lived here long enough. You didn't. There was a grocery store downtown
Yes.
because I had worked for the state and I worked in
Safeway.
the Hirschler building, in the Hathaway building, and there was one right there, and we would go to it, like walk over on lunch hour and get stuff. And I remember when it closed, it was a big deal because elderly people downtown then had to travel farther to a grocery store, and it wasn't like great. It was a little tiny one, but
Right. It was a little rough, yeah. When I lived
little-
just down the
yeah.
street on Warren, that's where I would go all the time. So
Yeah.
it was a great little asset to have down here.
Mhm.
But downtown Cheyenne, I mean, back in 1981 when they built the mall, that's when it was kind of the first jab at downtown because people started going out to Del Range. I can remember as a kid, I lived out north of town and my friend lived in Sun Valley, and I would ride my bike from Riding Club Road out to Taft Avenue in Sun
Wow.
Valley. And I would go down Del Range, and this was pre-1981. Del Range was a 2-lane paved road all the way up to where that fire station is, which is no longer. After that, it was a dirt road. And just watching after they put the mall there and everything and just built that, which that was great for the city, but the one thing that
moved
suffered
the
was
traffic.
downtown. Yeah,
Mhm.
I can remember Fowler's and JCPenney and shopping down here. Just great memories. And I see now finally now, and I think it's got a lot to do with Amazon and just how we buy now.
Yeah.
People are buying online, but we still like to have that experience of
The
going
specialty.
to a specialty shop,
Mm-hmm.
going to a coffee shop, getting that quick instant gratification. Whereas Amazon, you kind of get it twice. Time you hit send to pay, and then when it actually comes to your front door, it's like, yeah, I got that stuff. But it's just kind of cool to go into a shop and walk home with the thing that you want. And some of the businesses down there, they've been there a long time and they put a lot of effort into it. And I just really want to support their business down there to keep it growing. And there's so much going. I just did a list of the number of like restaurants or coffee shops or eateries, drinks or whatever in downtown Cheyenne. I didn't even realize that there's over 40. There's
Wow.
40 businesses in downtown where you can go get something to eat or drink.
I guess I didn't realize there was
No,
that many
it's-
either.
There's tons of little ones, and yeah,
Yeah. And it's just a matter of
some I haven't even been to.
parking and walking around down there. And some of the stuff, have you heard of Downtown First?
Nope.
So we have the DDA, which that's more of an economical kind of surge or injection for downtown to try to build it and get it going. But then Corey Lynn with Prairie West. Paris
West.
Sorry,
There we
Corey.
go.
Sorry, Corey.
Yeah.
Paris West and Sam with the Metropolitan, they've kind of created what's called the Downtown First. And it is really to help promote businesses and get things going on in downtown Cheyenne. They just did that thing on the 6th for 17th Street and had that
Party.
big party down
Yeah.
there.
Mhm.
So the more that, and what I like about that is it's business owners doing that, getting
Yeah.
people to come downtown. We cannot rely on the city of Cheyenne to do everything. They're putting down the footprint and making some nice stuff down there, but then now we just need to continue building it. And Fridays on the Plaza, there's going to be one farmer's market downtown, and honestly, that's what needs to be. It has to be downtown. Farmer's market, it shouldn't be on a big Frontier Park.
Nobody
Right.
went to. I never went to it when it switched to that. I
Yeah.
didn't go. I loved it downtown at the depot.
I do too. Yeah. So
Well, and then people need to come. They need to visit
Yeah.
downtown and spend time down there too. And we've heard over the last few years as business owners have come on the podcast. I mean, it's the number one request.
mhm.
You know, if we want these businesses to be here and to stay, we got to visit them. We got to go, you know, eat their food and drink their
And there's
drinks
just
and
you can eat, you can drink, you can shop,
be
you can
entertained.
work out, you
Yeah.
can go to the museum.
You
Yep.
can go to Flippers.
You can go to
play
Yeah.
Flippers.
arcade, You can
Yeah.
go to a. I mean, you walk down there and it's kind of interesting. The places down there. There's got to be something for everyone.
Yeah.
There's like the card shops. There's like sports
Mhm.
stuff. There's Pokemon
Comic
stuff.
There's
Oh, Brad with Game Masters, he opened that space up and he just opened up another location down in Casper. So he's doing great down there.
Yeah.
There's
people are
that
using-
axe throwing. All of those.
Mhm.
I mean, that's grown a lot.
The Lincoln.
The
I
Lincoln
mean,
is
you've got music
amazing.
venue. There's
Yeah.
just so much you can do down there. So I think we've all seen the negative Nellies on Facebook. Nothing to do in Cheyenne.
Yeah, lies.
yeah.
Maybe if we put down our phones and just walked around a little bit,
Yeah.
you might notice there really is a lot to do.
A lot.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, we came from a town half this size, and I can just tell you that being here, I used to think like when I first moved here, I would spend more time traveling, going to like Laramie or down into Fort Collins and Denver. And we do those things every once in a while, but we stay here. We like to just be here and
Yeah.
we like to visit. And there's plenty to do here. We're just used, or I was just used to being in smaller town Wyoming where there really is not as much to do, and just thinking, God, we just need to be closer of things to do. And then we moved here and we're like, we're here where there's things to do. So it's always interesting to me too when people are like,
Yeah.
there's nothing to do. Actually, there's a lot to do, and I'm very thankful for it.
And just some of the cool history you have with downtown. You know, Ernest Hemingway got married. You can see one says at the church downtown, one says at the depot, one says at the courthouse. But most of them claimed that he got off the train, got married at the depot, and took off. And he loved Wyoming. He spent a lot of time in Sheridan, Cody area, Yellowstone.
I don't know if I knew that.
Yeah. Steve McQueen, we all heard that story that he
Yeah.
got married in Holiday Park, which to me, that's part of the downtown
Yeah.
connection stuff.
We've had the Atlas Theater on here a couple times. We've heard like all that history.
Yeah, the history of
Yeah.
that building and what has all went on in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
think about even the things that are free to go downtown and do. There's a lot of things that don't cost money.
Right.
Like that. You could go tour the
Mhm.
Atlas Theater, the museums, I went the other day, I got invited to a Lucy's little friend was in an orchestra concert or like a concert. I didn't even know there was this little museum downtown. That's where it was. Has all the animals. I don't even know what it's called.
Really?
It has a bunch of military stuff. There was a giant bison in there, and I was like, "What the heck is this museum?"
Not the Children's Museum,
No,
but this is
not the Children's Museum.
Okay.
It was
Where
a
was it
different
at?
Museum. It was right downtown. I'm gonna have to look it up because we'll have to see
Mhm.
about that.
Get them in here.
Because we know about the State Museum, but it wasn't the State Museum. It was another one.
there's
We have such a-
several little museums down there. Sorry.
Nope, sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just saying we have such a fantastic library as well.
Oh yeah, the library. Yeah,
Yeah.
The whole downtown is
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
And
it's-
try the coffee shop there.
Yes,
They've got good food.
they do. They make it smell really
soup,
good.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, so I just attended a bridal shower at the Paramount Ballroom, and I know a lot of people have been in there, but I had
Yeah.
not been in there. And that is a lovely little space as well. As a matter of fact, Lindy, I was thinking when we do our 3-year party, the Paramount Ballroom is a great place.
Yeah, it is. It's
Because you can kind of, again, it goes back to that you can drop in and leave, type of vibe to it. Like the Thankful Thursdays, you can go in and give however it is you're going to give and then be out if you need to. It's sort of a non-committal but fun place to socialize. And was thinking that'd be a fun little get together
one
place.
right across the street, Jackson has made the Wagon Hound Wine Bar, and that is
Oh.
if you've not walked in there, the vibe is just he's done an exceptional job. It's really nice in there.
It is sort of like we need like a map of all of it.
Oh,
that
funny
must
you should
exist.
say that.
Okay. Good. Yay.
So I'm working on that. So one of
Okay.
the other things in front of my office, I 3 years ago I bought this touchscreen kiosk. So when you're walking around downtown, you can actually see properties, and then you can actually use my window as a computer and look at
Oh.
all the properties that are for sale in Cheyenne.
Sure.
Which you can still do that, but I would have more people walking in. Where's a good place to eat, or where's some places to go shopping? And so we just relaunched it last week. And so we're slowly getting businesses to put on there, and they can pull it up and they get a QR code and it shows them exactly how to get to their property or to their business. It'll pull up their menus or their website. It's pretty cool. So,
That is really cool.
and it just
That's a lot of
says
fun.
downtown information kiosk right there on the sidewalk, so people know to go there and find
That's
places
really
to
cool.
go eat. So
That is really cool.
yeah.
So is there anything else going on downtown that you'd like to share or talk about, or anything that you're passionate about?
We talked about the people moving down there, which is it's gonna be such, it'll make such a difference in downtown Cheyenne, because a downtown only thrives when you have people living there, and there's people living there now. But when you start adding 177 apartments, huge difference. And then the Reed Avenue corridor on the west end of town, just there's going to be some walkable paths and some outdoor space areas that the city's putting in. It's going to make things so nice down there.
It's very exciting.
Yeah,
And I think it also brings in younger people,
it does.
which is what we need too. Young people want to live in all that area
Right.
where there's things going on and they can walk and
Yeah, not have to drive anywhere. And yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. When you said that, this is a little off topic, but when you said the Reed corridor, I was showing a house there in that area about a month ago, and we were waiting. The house was being shown quite a bit. And so I was standing outside with my client waiting our turn to go in and look at this house. And there was a very bold squirrel that, I mean, literally walked right up to me and was yelling at me. And I'm looking at it, and the girl that I was with was kind of shooing it away, and it would kind of run around the car and come back. I should have been recording. I'm a little mad I wasn't recording, because it would have made for great content. But anyway, he come around and was just, I kept thinking there's some movie where the squirrel runs up the guy's leg.
well,
and
the one where the squirrel's on the guy's back.
yeah,
and
he's running around.
Christmas Vacation.
Oh, that's right.
That's
He
maybe.
doesn't know where the squirrel is. It's literally on his back. He's like, like it's on you.
I was so worried the squirrel was going to run up my leg if I even because I love animals and I always want to talk to them. But I was like, because this squirrel, I mean, literally ran right up to me, making eye contact, yelling at me about something. And I'm like, I got nothing. I don't know how to help you. And it did that several times. And anyway, so completely off subject,
Yeah.
but it was a bold squirrel downtown. And I, kind of back behind a little bit behind the Capitol there, but.
See, we even got the woodland creatures.
Well, you
downtown,
do have
Yeah.
the woodland creatures.
Oh, and probably the best part about downtown, has it been windy this year? Have you noticed any
I'm
wind?
not sure if I've noticed. I'm kidding.
Oh my gosh. But even here at your office, it's just downtown, so protected by all these beautiful cottonwood trees, the buildings and everything. So when it's blowing 40 miles an hour outside of town or other parts of town, it just seems to be a little bit calmer
Quieter.
down here. So
Awesome. Well, that all, I guess, sounds really great. And we're excited to be spending a little more time downtown. Alf got us excited about the putt-putt golf going on. But there's some great things happening. And of course, for Cheyenne Frontier Days, we want to make the plug that people still come down to the downtown area and shop downtown.
absolutely.
Because not all those businesses, and I would even venture to say many of them are not at the Frontier Days grounds
They're
during
not
Cheyenne Frontier Days, right?
Local ones are at home.
Yeah, they stay where
Their
they are.
business,
Right.
Mhm. Yeah, so whenever I'm talking to people from my hometown or other places, I'm always telling them, be sure to go downtown and spend time down there, because those businesses are not probably at the Frontier Days grounds. Those are not that they aren't great businesses that are there as well, but a lot of them are coming in from out of state. So make sure that you're coming
Yep.
and visiting downtown.
And honestly, you're going to get, I feel like, some better stuff down there. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a turquoise shop that spends,
Yes.
Emily spends
Yeah.
a ton of money down there, but then Bria at Westward, and now she is bringing in Eric with Greeley Hat Company. But if you want the hat,
Yes.
you got to get that guy when it comes in here, because
Okay.
he's not messing around, and you're not going to get just the straw hat that you get out at Frontier Park. So,
Right.
Yeah.
The more commercialized
Yeah.
part. So anyway, awesome. Well, to wrap things up, Lindy and I ask each of our guests a question. So my question for you is, what is the number one leadership trait that you think is important for a person to have?
show by example. don't expect, leadership is not telling somebody what to do. It's just doing it.
That's a great one.
The walk.
Walk the walk.
Yeah.
We love it.
Okay, I'm going to try to remember my two-part
Question.
Two-part. Oh my gosh.
Part number one.
We just started it yesterday. We tried.
Right. So this is my first time asking it. No. So because we're real estate agents, we wanted some kind of real estate question. So first part is, at this stage in your life, what does home mean to you? And the second part is, what attracted you to your home? What was the number one thing?
What does home mean to me? That's just, I mean, at the end of the day, a place where you can take your shoes off and just feel your complete self and just relax and be off guard. Because I feel like, especially in this world, we're on guard where we go, every time we turn, all the time. So it's just a place just to completely relax. Doesn't matter if that's an apartment or a house. It's just a place where your stuff is and you feel safe.
We've heard several people have said that. We agree. Yeah.
What attracted me to my house, I mean, I've been in downtown. I used to live in a condo down here. I lived in a house on Warren Avenue. I've probably spent 20 to 25 years of my adult life living downtown. And then someone called me to list their home out in HR Ranch. And I pulled up and it was at the end of the street. And there's a huge ranch behind it with Crow Creek going behind the house and a reservoir out there and lots of big trees. 1,000 square foot garage, which I'm like, oh, I can park all my cars in there. And it had a workshop or a pole barn that I could turn into a workshop. So we walked the house and we sat down at their table. And before I could pull it back, I go, how about I just buy your house? And they're like, well, we're not moving until October. And this was in February. So I don't care. I'll buy it now. You stay here. Once your house is done, I'll move in. They're like, why would you do that? So, well, interest rates are about to go up and I want to keep that low rate. So let's go ahead and do the financing now and get it done. I left and I go, what am I doing? I like being downtown. So I drove back on that weekend and I pulled down at the end of the road and I'm looking at this house. I'm like, yeah, I can see myself living here. So
was it the piece of it?
Absolutely. I mean, it's
the view, the location.
just, I mean, I can be on my back deck and not see anything because it's so protected and it's just sunsets, sunrises. There's no street lights, so it's just bright stars. I mean, we have the best starry nights because we don't have that light pollution that most places have, and the clear skies because of the little humidity. It's just, it's great. It's great. But I'm becoming a bit of a hermit just being out there by myself. So it's time to move back in.
Yeah, I can connect with that for sure.
And maybe a good time to get something downtown.
Yeah.
Before it blows up more.
I'm working on one right now, so I'm not going to bring it up because I don't want you guys to know about it. So.
Oh, well, we'll go snatch it up.
Pat wants that. We don't want that to happen.
Right,
so
yep.
I'm just kidding. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Appreciate this,
if
guys.
somebody wants to chat with you about you being their realtor, where can they find you?
eXp Realty. I'm part of the R323 team, patiogram@gmail.com.
Okay.
You can find me online or Facebook, Instagram.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Or you can head down there and risk your
Walk
car.
down there. Yep.
No.
Go get ice cream. Go
Park
get
around
ice
the
cream. Take your kids to the splash pad, which is constantly busy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you'll look over there and go, oh, the info kiosk. That's where Pat is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect location.
Yeah. Thanks.
Of course. Perfect. And for all of our listeners, as you know, Lindy and I are also realtors here at Peak Properties. So if you're looking to buy or sell, we'd love to help you with that. You can find us at sellcheyenne.com, as well as all of our social media channels. And of course, Beyond the Front Door podcast on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so that we know that you're there. And we hope you have a really great day.
Thanks.